All right, everybody. Welcome in. It's sim time. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy joining you here today. Officially our NFC game of the week, even though you see an AFC team on the field as well, as the Chicago Bears are the home team and therefore get to be considered an NFC game. We have the New York Jets at 1-3 on the young sim season at the 2-2 Chicago Bears. Excited to see Justin Fields again, of course, but those nice looking white and green jerseys. There was Ruckert right there, 89, go Bucks. And of course, Garrett Wilson wearing number 17, Sauce Gardner wearing number 1, and Jermaine Johnson, the other first round pick, wearing 52. So we will get this one popping. Kit is in the middle of greeting the plumber. That's never a good thing, but he should be on here in a little bit. But we'll go ahead and get it started right now. Hi, Karen. Welcome on. Go Browns. Hope everybody's having a nice Tuesday. The kick is away from the new kicker, Greg Zuerlein. Lots and lots of new faces on this Jet roster. As we look at Matt Eberflus on the sideline, he is the new man in town here in Chicago, replacing honorary Nagy on Sports member Matt Nagy, of course. All right, first play of the game, Justin Fields. He's in a shotgun. He's back to pass. Now he's getting pressure on the outside. He'll throw it away. Carl Lawson was chasing him, and there's Sauce Gardner right on cue to tackle the tight end, Cole Kmet. Gain of 6 for Justin Fields and this offense. He's in a shotgun. Gives it up the middle, Montgomery. Left side. He's got a first down. David Montgomery to the 35 for the running back. And a first down. 2 first down. Actually, a singular first down there in a row. Hey, James, welcome in. Hey, 504, welcome in. Appreciate you being on. Justin Fields now back to pass once again. He's going to move to the right side, evade some pressure to the 30, to the 35. He'll take off, slide down at about the 40-yard line, give him 6. And his head coach, Matt Eberflus, over there, impressed with that particular maneuver.
Yeah, I like that little recognition of space to work on the outside, getting outside the contain, and then sliding to boot.
Sliding to boot, indeed. Here's another run to the right side for Montgomery. Sets up a third and short, tackled by C.J. Mosley, linebacker. Back to pass out of a shotgun. Quick throw left side. Got his man. First down again. That's Mooney. And Mooney, wide receiver 1 here in town, has 5 yards and a first down. That's the new safety, Jordan Whitehead, formerly of the Buccaneers, not to be confused for the Whitehead who played for the Browns, who threatened to murder people on Twitter and then was cut.
Yeah, I don't think he's even came back to the NFL.
No, I don't think somehow he's not found a spot in the league. Shocker. Another run for Montgomery, nets 3. First and 10, we got about 12 minutes to play here. First drive for the Bears has been a pretty good one. Here's Fields again, right side. He's got Cole Kmet. And Kmet beats Whitehead again. There's Sauce Gardner, number 1, again in the mix as well. Second catch for the tight end, Cole Kmet. Shotgun look again for Fields. Back to pass. Waiting on it, firing left side. Caught on the sideline and then falling out of bounds immediately is his receiver, Dante Pettis. 2nd and 4. Give it up the middle again. David Montgomery. Nice run left side. Big hole. Passing the 30 to the 26-yard line. And another first down. And it's been methodical here on this opening drive for the Bears.
Yeah, methodical indeed. Those positive plays really work into their advantage here as they're mixing it up pretty well.
Indeed. Shotgun look here. Fake the give to Montgomery. Back to pass. And then he'll float it left side short again. He's got Mooney. Another short gain of about 4. So again, they may only be 4-yard gains, but they're staying ahead of the sticks. And most importantly, Fields has not taken or been forced to take a big negative play yet with that shoddy offensive line.
That's right. You average 4 yards a play, and you're going to get a first down each time you go for it. So each time, if you're averaging that 3.5 to 4 yards, that's ideal. As a nice first down pickup there, getting it all in one is Montgomery.
He did indeed. Fields evades pressure again. That's 58, Carl Lawson in his face. And then the ball comes out! And it looks like the Jets fell on it, and they've got it 20 to the 25, and then he'll go down. Jermaine Johnson, number 52, the rookie, the 3rd first-round pick of the Jets this year, falls on the ball. And a turnover just like that. Unfortunately, a little mistake from the offense, and the Jets get the football back.
Yeah, Madden giveth nice steady production, and Madden taketh away with an untimely forced fumble.
Yes, unfortunately that is the case. Wilson chucking it deep to the right side. Single coverage, knocked away. Looks like Corey Davis was the one playing defense on that particular play.
That's right.
Wilson. Yeah,
Wilson had much better position, Corey Davis was the one that had much better position than Wilson.
Second down, Zach Wilson throws it quickly left side. He's got his running back, Michael Carter, to the 20, to the 25, and then it'll be brought down by Robert Quinn, 3rd and 6. That'll count as a run because of the backwards pass. Wilson running, evading, pressure coming, and he'll just stop and take it. Sacked back to the 14, Mario Edwards, and a punt upcoming, and Robert Saleh not too happy about his quarterback there. I saw somebody put on Twitter today, I don't know how many of you follow me on Twitter, saw my pseudo-cynical response was like, I think the Jets are going to be this year's Bengals. In terms of like, they've got all these new players, they're going to get to the Super Bowl, and I was like, yeah, except Zach Wilson ain't anywhere near as good as Joe Burrow, nor do I think he ever could be. So, other than that, yes, I think you're right on.
Right.
Montgomery again with a nice run. He'll get a first down. He's up to 36 yards now on his 6 carries. Jamian Sherwood, the linebacker hybrid safety type, makes the tackle. Justin Fields in a shotgun, gives it. Nope, just a little bit of a fake there. Now Fields back to pass. Plenty of time. Now the pressure gets to him. He'll fire deep left side. Back in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! It's caught by Byron Pringle, and the former Chief has the Bears on the board.
Yeah, that was sweet little play right there as Justin Fields found a way to put that ball in a beautiful position right there for his guy to go make a play on the ball, and does climb the ladder right there in the corner of the end zone. That was beautiful.
It was. We're going to get a booth review, but I'm pretty sure he was in.
Yeah, there's no doubt that was in. Unless somehow he came down with his toe out of bounds somehow, but I didn't see it. Certainly looked to me like he had it.
He gets both the heels in bounds. Usually worried about the toes. He gets both heels in. I think that's going to count for sure.
Yeah, it should.
They're going to say incomplete. Wow.
What? He had both heels on the ground. It's first contact with both feet. It doesn't matter. That's a bad call.
That is a bad call. 2nd and 10 now. Montgomery up the middle, and he'll get some of it. Sets up a 3rd and manageable here from 4 yards out, but little shotgun look. He'll dump it to the right side to Montgomery, and Sauce Gardner helps escort him out of bounds, as well as C.J. Mosley, and it sets up a 4th and 3, and the Bears are going to go for it here on 4th and 3.
James, that's funny. 9-year-old programmers for Madden loving to air it 60-yard passes down the field. It would be humorous if true.
4th and 3 and a big run of 10 yards. Montgomery is able to put his nose down and get the first down. Gutsy call there to go for it.
Yeah, it was a gutsy call and paid off in a big way there. But I was going to say, back to that point, it does kind of feel that way, like a bunch of 9-year-olds creating a game that love to just, go for the deep shot every play. But I'm pretty sure it's not true. 9-year-old programmers are well ahead of their time. Or maybe they're just little geniuses running around. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Here's again up the middle. Touchdown! And the Bears finally get the touchdown that they were once promised, as that's Kari Blasingame, the former fullback of the Tennessee Titans, now here in Chicago, and he drills it into the end zone. And a few plays later, they do get their 7-0 lead.
Yeah, it was deserved. They had to work a little bit extra for it, obviously. They should have had it several plays ago, but, they still managed to punch it in, and so go up 7-0 here. So the result is the same, just a little less time on the clock as a result, and a little more effort spent to make it happen.
4:47 on the first quarter clock.
James.
Back to pass, Zach Wilson firing right side. Got his man on a slant, wide open, it's Garrett Wilson. First touch of the day for Wilson, and he's got a big one to the 49-yard line. There's GW.
So James, to that, that was a sweet play to Wilson. I love that, getting open, finding a spot. But to James, for me, the answer to that, you don't ever want to hear from tech support, is the old tired, did you reset your router? Did you plug it in or unplug it and plug it back in? Did you do a full reboot? And just like,
right.
Oh, yes.
Why do you think I'm calling you? Because I did all of the things I'm supposed to do, and it's still not working. Left side pitch to Michael Carter. Remember, they have two Michael Carters, of course, a running back and a cornerback. 3rd and 3 for Wilson. Back to pass, he'll dump it off to the rookie running back, Breece Hall. And Breece Hall is going to get drilled and go down. Nowhere to go there, as that's Jaquiski Brisker, the safety from Penn State, starting across from Eddie Jackson. And now the Jets are going to go for it on a 4th down. Said, hey, the Bears could do it. Why can't we?
Yeah, I kind of like it here in that spot.
Out route, tight end, Uzama, 1st down and more, inside the 30, pushes defenders over and then steps out of bounds to the 25. C.J. Uzama, of course, coming over from the Bengals.
That's right. He's
first down after 20.
Big loss for that Bengals team. He's a very productive tight end, very big-bodied, able receiver, but also able to do just what he did there, like that physicality he plays with.
Seven yards on that particular play. Sets up a 2nd and 3 now. Zach Wilson back to pass. Pressure right up the middle. Watch out. Edwards is coming again, and he'll get him. Connor McGovern in the center gave that pressure up. You could see him chasing the play.
I hate it when quarterbacks run backwards in this game. Yes, if you're trying to stretch to the outside and get around and still get sacked, I get it, but he wasn't even trying to break loose. Just running backwards, taking more lost yardage, just suck it up and go down. Don't do that.
Another sack coming here on a 3rd and long, and they're going to get to him. Justin Jones gets there as well. So this no-name defensive line starting to get after it a little bit for the Bears. Again, a lot of their players leaving in free agency. Of course, Hakeem Hicks and Eddie Goldman both still free agents, so maybe one of them will come back if they don't sign anywhere else.
That's right. And to think what this D-line used to be not that long ago. What a beautiful punt that was out at the 2. But back in the day, you had Khalil Mack, Hakeem Hicks. You had a really stacked D-line here for Chicago for a while. And in fact, the defense in general had been really, really good for a long, long time. But now they're very much a shadow of their former selves, and that D-line in particular is full of nobodies, or not well-known names anyway, not household names.
Montgomery up the middle, trying to just get a few yards, and that will end the first quarter here. 7-0 Bears lead. Flip the field. Still inside their own 5-yard line. Justin Fields.
But back to that point, that's part of the reason why we talk about this being one of the worst rosters in the NFL right now. This and the Houston Texans have some of the worst rosters. Their wide receiver core outside of Darnell Mooney. Most folks I think would be hard pressed to name receiver number 2, let alone any of the other guys in that room. Same thing with the D line. Same thing with the O. There's a lot of position groups. A nice broken tackle there from Cole Kmet. That was sweet. Nice. And although we'll see if this is going to be a hold and coming back. Unfortunate, because that was great effort.
Yes, very unfortunate to bring that one back, because that was a huge gain on that 3rd down and more. To Cole Kmet, they decided to give it to Blasingame, the fullback, who has a nice carry of about 6, but that's short, and they will set up the punt here.
Yep, those holdings will kill you, especially. It's a real momentum killer when it erases a really nice play, like what we saw out of Cole Kmet there, breaking a tackle and rumbling for significant yardage. He was effectively at midfield from there, and that that all gets erased, and instead Blasingame can't get there in a punt, and now the Jets have great field position as a result.
Yeah. Basically where his ball came from. Fake
That's
it,
right.
Give it to the second man through, Elijah Moore. He's got a little bit of room, and he'll get about 4 or 5 yards. It's the second-year receiver, Elijah Moore. So Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, your top 3 weapons. And again, I think the only thing you're really missing is the trigger man. Right side screen, he's got his man. That's Brees Hall, the rookie out of Iowa State. But unfortunately, he was ahead of all of his blockers, and he'll get tackled right away. Give it up the middle, Michael Carter. And Carter's going to fight for it. I think he got what he needed. No, they're going to say the knee was down. 4th and inches now for the Jets, and they're going to attempt a long field goal. Greg Zerline into the game here. Attempting this 52-ish yarder, and it's up and it's good for Greg the leg. We know he's got the leg. Sometimes he's not quite so accurate. Jets are on the board, 7-3. Yeah, James, I'm not really sure what the Bears are doing. I mean, at least the Reds are at least honest about it, and it's not a salary cap league, so they can pay whatever they want to pay. And they're like, hey, we don't have this much money, so we got to dump all of our guys and wait for the farm system to grow up again. And then, you know, they're still paying for the sins of paying Homer Bailey $100 million and stuff like that. So that at least makes slightly more sense. I don't like it, but at least it makes slightly more sense. The Bears, it's like, bro, you got a salary floor and a salary cap here. Like, what are you trying to wait to spend this money on?
Right, especially since you've got, you know, Justin Fields in, you know,
the rookie deal.
Yeah, rookie deal. It's the best time. He is a guy that you put the right pieces around him, he could win you a Super Bowl. He's that kind of talent. But you have to develop him. You can't ruin him, and you have to build that team around him, and the time is right now. So they should have been extremely aggressive trying to trade, draft, and sign players in free agency to fix their issues.
And there's going to be a sack as, again, right tackle Larry Borum gives up pressure to Carl Lawson, who was their big free agent signing last year, remember, and then ended up tearing his Achilles or tearing an ACL or something and didn't play the majority of the season. So he and Jermaine Johnson coming back, it's like getting 2 fresh new pass rushers. They also picked up Solomon Thomas, the defensive lineman formerly of that first round pick defensive line in San Francisco.
That's right. Well, I mean, think about it this way. I think there's a lot of folks outside of, you know, the hardcore Bears fans that, you know, outside of maybe Justin Fields and maybe 1 or 2 other players on that roster would have a hard time, even if just the entire roster, coming up with any more names than that. Which
Indeed.
that is a big sign that your roster is terrible.
There's another sack there, 4th of the day for this Bears defense. Again, they've spent some time and money trying to rebuild this offensive line in New York, bringing over Laken Tomlinson, a starting quality guard from the 49ers. Obviously, they drafted Mekhi Becton high last year. So trying to get some things taken care of, but Wilson does take another sack, and then the 3rd and long incompletion and a punt upcoming here for Braden Mann.
A nice play from Roquan Smith, though. That was pretty sweet to punch that out and force that incompletion. Speaking of guys that you actually could name on the Bears, what a punt here. Wow. That's at the 3-inch line.
Just died there, too. All right, so now 1st and 99 and a half.
James says Madden is setting up for a 75-yard field goal attempt.
Sure, why not? If it was really windy, they'd think about it. Fields now dangerously going to throw to out of his end zone, and they get a whole yard, but that doubles the distance that they had from the end zone. As Fields climbs back under center after a short gain to Montgomery. Fields, little motion, little split zone look up the middle. Nice broken tackle there. Speaking of Solomon Thomas, the defensive lineman, he just got pushed over by Montgomery there. A 3rd and 5 now. 3rd and 5. Fields back to pass. Fires it left side. It's got a man. Incomplete. Just a little bit over his head, unfortunately, and they will need to punt from in their own end zone once again.
Well, the 9-year-olds were trying to catch the Jets sleeping there on 3rd and long from your, inside the shadow of your end zone there. Probably not the best plan, setting up potential for a safety. Fortunate to get the ball out, but doesn't do much on the other end.
All right, Wilson and company need a little bit going here on offense. I'd look for GW if it were me, Zach. And he does right there, slant from the right side. Garrett Wilson's got it 9 yards, a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that's what they need right there. And again, starting at this pretty much the same field position here. This is last time they only got a field goal. They've really got to capitalize with a touchdown here if they want to put this one away.
Dump it off short. That's the rookie running back, Brees Hall again. And he picks up a 1st down on that 2nd and short. The throw over the middle again is caught for a 1st down, and that's Corey Davis, his first catch of the day. Now back to pass again, Wilson. Now he'll roll. Now he'll fire to the left side. He's got his man on the sideline. That's tight end Tyler Conklin. And now on a 2nd and 4, 3-step drop. He's got his man right there. Just turn around, show me your numbers. Across the 1st down marker, it's Corey Davis again, and a nice drive now for the Jets as they're inside the 10-yard line. Motion coming from Corey Davis. They're going to fake it to him and give it to Moore. They ran this play once already, and that's why the Bears recognize it and blow it up. Nice play there. Brisker again, the safety just sticks his nose right in there. Can't run that gadget play too many times, especially not in the same half.
No.
Cool looking play though.
It is a cool play, but you certainly don't want to be, have tendencies where they're expecting a play like that.
Yeah. That much eye candy. You need to run something else off of it, I think.
That's right.
Zach Wilson fires back of the end zone. Jumps, caught, touchdown. That's his running back, Michael Carter. And the Jets retake the lead with 4 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Again, appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports for our NFC Game of the Week, which was voted on by you, the faithful fans, via our Discord channel. If you'd like to join the Discord channel, the link is in the description of this video. Gives you the opportunity to vote on games to be simmed, chat with us between sims, and maybe most importantly, find out when the sims are going to happen prior to them starting, so you are not dependent on YouTube's notification system. Greg the Leg boots it, and it goes out of bounds. A little wind coming from that side of the stadium, which is the north side. This is a northwest or north-south stadium. They're just south of the observatory and the Shed Aquarium, of course, in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. 1st and 10. Give it right side. Montgomery again. He's got the 30. Breaks a tackle up near the 1st down stripe. He's got 90 yards here in the 1st half. 2nd and inches for him. Tight end right, bunch little formation to the left. They bring motion and they give it up the middle again to Montgomery, and he will complete the 1st down run. CJ Mosley bear hugs him and brings him to the ground.
And Montgomery's really been the lone bright spot for this offense so far.
Here's again, running again, left side, just churning out 4 and 5 yards of carry. He's up to 95 again here in the 1st half. Bunch to the right side. Motion coming again from Pettis. This time it's Montgomery up the middle, and this time he'll run right into Quinnen Williams, former 1st-round pick out of Alabama, defensive lineman. You can see there is a superstar, very talented player. Actually, the highest-rated player on the Jets roster is Quinnen Williams, as we've reached the 2-minute warning. Yes, I agree with you, James.
For sure.
2nd and inches is when you choose to go long. 3rd and 5. Fields, delayed handoff. Montgomery slips through, and then he'll get tripped up at the last second. And he'll be short of the line to gain, and the Bears are going to go ahead and punt. They're going to say Quinnen Williams knocked him down once again. Don't like that call on a 3rd and 5 for your 2-minute drill.
Nope, certainly not ideal. And kind of in that middle zone area, I'm okay with punting it there, but you almost feel like you might try going for that also, just because if you get that completion there, build some momentum into half, and especially if you come away with points, kind of in that, you're not quite in field goal range, but somewhere where it was a spot where you could have elected to go for it at least.
And they're going to sack him all the way back to the 4. Muhammad's back there. Hicks is back there. Quinn's back there. Everybody's back. Excuse me, not Hicks. Quinn is back there. And now they're going to seem to be content to let the clock run down. I'm not sure why the Bears aren't calling timeout.
Oh.
Wasting a whole lot of time there before they hand the ball off. Now the Bears will call timeout and realize that they can get the football back.
Well, especially,
Sean, welcome in.
Especially since they're going to get really good field goal or field position here out of this, assuming they hold them on this down, but you'd have to think they will. So certainly could set yourself up at least to put a tying field goal up.
.50 seconds and they have one timeout. He's back to pass. Fields. He'll look to the right side, dump it off short to Montgomery, and he'll be tackled immediately. Just give him a gain of 1. Fields now 10 of 12 for 30 yards. Not necessarily the way you want to get it done. He's going to unload deep left side. He's got a man. He's got single coverage. He gets past him. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney gets past Bryce Hall. A big touchdown throw for the Bears. Wow.
Yeah, sweet little hand fighting in there up the sideline, working his way past the defender, tracking the ball beautifully, and absolutely perfect throw from Justin Fields to drop it right in a spot where Mooney was ready for it, and that was almost too easy. Love seeing that. That was a beautiful strike.
Yes.
Yeah, James, I agree. I really dislike those run backwards sacks. They're incredibly unrealistic. You just don't see those in the NFL. Quarterbacks are a lot more savvy at that level than to run backwards and rack up a whole bunch of lost yardage on a sack. I mean, the worst case, if they recognize that they're not going to get out of it, they're going to just go down.
Yes.
But if they think they have a chance, they're not going to work backwards unless they're trying to get around a contain. They're only going to work. To try to juke a guy or somehow get out of the pressure situation and work upfield in positive yardage, not backwards and negative yardage. It's just dumb.
Yeah. Indeed, it was a great throw, Sean, by Justin Fields as they go screen to the right side. It's incomplete. 11 seconds to go. One timeout for the Jets. They do have some wind behind them here. Let's see if they chuck it deep. Wilson. Definitely not chucking it deep. He's going to dump it off short to Wilson. Wilson to Wilson. Garrett, his third catch of the day. 3rd and 4 now. They take their final timeout. Maybe now Zach will heave it as far as he can. Again, wind behind him. He should be able to get this thing to the end zone. He heaves it. It is in the end zone, and I have no idea what happened. Incomplete. There it is on the ball. Yeah, I was going to say, it's on the floor now. It's on the ground. Incomplete. All right. Well, pretty decent first half. 14-10 thanks to that last second at the end of the half there. Touchdown pass from Justin Fields to Darnell Mooney. But again, I think the Bears would certainly not be in the situation they're in without the day of David Montgomery here so far.
No, really, the only passing thing that's been largely successful was that one deep bomb that he hit Darnell Mooney down the sideline. Yep, everything else check down, and then some very successful positive rushes from Montgomery.
Try a little jet sweep to Elijah Moore, his 3rd carry now, and he's going to muster just a singular yard before Nick Morrow, the linebacker, brings him down. 2nd and 9. Give it up the middle now. Here's Brees Hall, left side. The rookie's going to pick up a nice gain of about 6. His first carry of the game. He's got a couple of catches as well. 3rd and 3 for the Jets. The Jets, Jets. Back to pass. Zach firing over the middle. He's got his man in traffic. And that's Garrett Wilson. First down catch for Wilson. We've seen plenty of those over the last 3 years in Columbus, and excited to see what he can actually turn into.
Yeah, Mason, I think this was primarily voted on for the Buckeyes at play in this one with Garrett Wilson, who we just saw, and then, of course, Justin Fields, who has had one really nice throw in this game, so... But I think that's why this one is being aired. I agree. This is not the most entertaining matchup in terms of quality of rosters and what we expect them to be this season.
Yes. But we're men of the people, and the people voted for this one. So, yeah.
That's right.
This is a democracy. If you're upset about it, get out and vote. High formation on 3rd and 1. Big 22 personnel. Bob and the fullback in there. They run right behind him with Michael Carter, and Carter's got the ball up to the 50. Excuse me, that's the rookie Zonovan Knight, the second rookie running back that they drafted out of NC State, I believe. Is that right, James? I don't know how much of the rest of the Carolina football teams. Is Zonovan Knight from NC State? Am I remembering that correctly? 1st and 10 now. Shotgun with 5 wide. Nobody back there to help him. The Bears rush 4. Now Wilson. Deep chuck, left side. All the way. Caught, but his feet are out of bounds. And then the Jets, for reasons unknown, are going to challenge.
Yeah, he was likely, or very, very much so out. I mean, it very possibly had both feet out when when that happened.
I think maybe that right toe is in, but the left foot is definitely out of bounds, and that's the rookie running back, Brees Hall, that went deep on there. But yes, I'll admit that I wanted to vote for it because I wanted to see what Garrett Wilson looked like, and I felt like this was a matchup where he might get some love. Wilson, dump it left side, caught out of the backfield, and then knocked down pretty quickly is Michael Carter. There's a look at Zach Wilson's numbers, 15 of 12. 12 or 15. Easy for me to say. 15 of 21. Man, I have all sorts of number dyslexia all of a sudden.
Yeah, the one point I would make, though, Mason, is that with the NFC games of the week, especially with, the NFC seemingly went backwards a lot for a lot of rosters, where the AFC was in a massive arms race, and all of them got a lot better, or almost all of them got a lot better. Tons of really good teams in the AFC. Not so many great teams in the NFC. So it's going to be harder to find good games in the NFC Spotlight game. However, that being said, if the votes are predominantly favoring 2 AFC games, we'll air 2 AFC games instead. And you get 2 votes however you want to vote. You can vote for 2 AFC games if you want. You don't have to vote in the NFC.
True, yeah, and if there had been 2 overwhelmingly, I think both of these capped at 6 votes each. So
yeah,
7 and 6. If there had been a couple of AFC games with 6 or 7 votes, we would have done 2 AFC games.
That's right.
2nd and 12. We're under 10 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Nice methodical drive so far for the Jets. Their first one of the half. Up the middle, left side now. Now goes back to the right, and Michael Carter's got a nice gain to the 16-yard line. 3rd and 3 for the Jets. Little play-action boot to the left side. Now he'll stop, and he'll stand there, and now pressure in his face, and he'll throw it away.
Yeah, he's
feeling the pressure there.
Running backwards again, but at least elects to get rid of it this time rather than taking the backward sack.
Zerline's kick is up and is good. His second field goal of the day makes it 14-13 here in this barn burner that we are experiencing. Kick over the back of his head and out of bounds. 25-yard line for Justin Fields in the offense again. 1-point lead. Still have the majority of the momentum. 9 minutes and 7 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Turn around, give the ball to the running back again, David Montgomery. He's going to pick up another nice gain of about 4 or 5. That puts him over 100 on the afternoon. Again, still not even halfway through the 3rd quarter. Little motion coming from Montgomery. They fake it to the running back up, the other running back up the middle, and then a sack coming. Play just took too long to develop. There's the rookie, Jermaine Johnson, pass rusher out of Florida State. And so now all the rookies starting to contribute a little bit, as we've seen Garrett Wilson. We've called Sauce Gardner's name a few times. Jermaine Johnson, and of course Brees Hall we talked about as well. 3rd and 11 now. And big pass rusher coming, getting around the outside again is Carl Lawson, and he will meet Justin Fields and pick up his 2nd sack. And that Bears fan says it all here, hanging his head low. Man, our offensive line sucks, and they didn't do anything to fix it.
Yep, it's pretty woeful out there, and they're really struggling here as Justin Fields has been just harried all throughout this game. In fact, the only thing that O-line is actually doing well in this one is run blocking. So I'm kind of surprised with the game as tight as it is that they're not going to that more often.
Wilson in a shotgun here. He's got 4 wide, and the rookie Brees Hall on his left hip. Little pump fake to the left side, little sluggo look, and now he's deep down. He's got the man. But good coverage there. The venerable safety, Eddie Jackson, gets over to knock it up. Corey Davis, not successful. And now back to pass, and then he's going to float it to the left side. That's going to count as a run on the backwards pass, a little bit of ahead of his theme. And he'll only muster 2 yards. That was how far behind the line that he caught that pass.
So, Mason, it is possible all 3 of them will not be great, but if that's the case, it will really be a testament to how important the situation you're brought into is as a quarterback, because even the very best, highest potential, highest ceiling quarterbacks, the situation you're brought into is so powerful that it can absolutely ruin even the best quarterbacks out there. As a super long field goal is woefully short again. Thank you, Madden, for attempting a 60-yarder with, yes, he's got a leg, but maybe not a 60-yard leg.
Yeah, well, there's wind coming from that side of the stadium, but still short and incomplete, and great field position, and now 15 yards and a first down to Darnell Mooney. I don't think he's quite that old, but he has been in the league for a long time. Back to pass Fields. Pressure in his face again, but he'll dump it off short, and it's caught for a short gain to Byron Pringle. First catch of the game for Pringle. Remember, he had that touchdown in the end zone they called back. So the first legal catch of the day for Byron Pringle. 2nd and 4, give it up the middle. Nice little trap to the left side. Nice breaking of tackles and another first down. 6 more yards for David Montgomery, who has 107 now on the afternoon. You're talking about Arch. I think he's class of 24. So he's like getting ready to start his junior year of high school, if I remember correctly.
That would be wild. 3 generations of Mannings in the NFL eventually.
The kid's supposed to be real good.
Yeah, assuming he gets that far, but it would not surprise me if he did. Somebody will take a shot on him just for name, the name alone.
Absolutely, and the family ties that'll come with it.
Yep.
3rd and 10, Fields, he's got room, he's got the first down, 10, 5, and he'll slide down before getting hit. Smart play there at the 4, good scramble for Justin, sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, Justin just finding a way here. I mean, he's surrounded by not great players, especially on that O-line, but he's just managing to find a way here to keep the Bears in it and alive.
Up the middle here, pushing the pile to the 1-yard line is Montgomery, his 22nd carry. 2nd and goal now from the 1.
Yeah, Sean. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, hands the ball off to Blasingame. He's going to get stuck at the 1-yard line. Can't get in.
I looked away at the wrong moment because I wasn't seeing the ball was being snapped, but I'll get to it after this play.
Montgomery, touchdown, Bears, and he's rewarded with his hard work by getting into the end zone, and the Bears extend their 1-point lead. 8 points coming up. Kick pending from Cairo Santos. And the kick is good. 21-13 Bears.
I was just going to agree with you, though, Sean. I think that's exactly what happened with Josh Rosen, and I think there was another component with that where it sounded like he had issues with teammates and in the locker room, which is also anathema to especially for a quarterback. That's got to be your leader, and if you're not really. If you're a problem in a locker room as a quarterback, that's never a good thing.
Good point. Wilson firing deep to the right side and out of bounds over everybody's head. 2nd and 10. He'll roll to the right. Step to the 20. Now he'll hold the ball to the 30, and he'll slide down very quickly, give him 5. He didn't want none of that smoke now. 3rd and 5. Zach Wilson back to pass in a shotgun. Bears rush 4, and he fires over the middle. He's got his receiver, Corey Davis, to the 43-yard line on a 1st down for the Jets. 5th catch of the day for Corey Davis. 59 yards on those catches. Fullback checks into the game. Big 22 personnel here. That's Nick Bawden, who is the fullback. This big boy following Mike Carter right through the middle. And Carter picks up another 7. Zonovan Knight again. I keep seeing 35 and thinking it's 32. Zonovan Knight, kind of the power back here again. NC State rookie. Later round pick for the Jets.
Absolutely, Sean. Yeah, that team chemistry is absolutely paramount.
Give it up the middle, breaking tackles the middle, falls off the defender to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and they'll get all the way to the 26. Michael Carter, nice run there, and that's how the 3rd quarter will come to a close. Come on now, let's go. 21-13. As we start the 4th quarter here, Jets driving though. Thanks to the ground game here as Michael Carter again kind of wiggles his way for another 5, 6, 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Jets driving now into the red zone. Now Wilson changing some things up, emptying out, or flipping the formation, and going under center. Back to pass. Wilson, pressure right in his face. He'll run. Now he's going to get pushed and he'll go down. And that right tackle, George Fant, couldn't hang with Robert Quinn any longer. 6th sack of the day for this Bears defense, and Robert Saleh just not a fan.
Yeah, that one at least was a legitimately collapsing pocket there as the pressure up the middle. Nice run here.
There's Brees Hall, the rookie.
Yeah.
Makes it 4th and 4.
Unfortunately not able to get it done, but certainly a good effort as they're going to go for it here.
They are. 4th and 4, down by 8. Deciding to go for it here. Wilson back to pass. Short controlled throw. He's got his running back, Brees Hall, and Hall will go down at the 12. 1st down. Nice play there on a 4th and short. 1st and 10. Look now, they're at the 12-yard line. They still can get a 1st down at the 2. Back to pass, Wilson. Pressure breaks down now. Watch out. All over the place, and it's going to come from the backside. Is that Jones again with his 3rd one? I don't have their defensive lineman numbers memorized perfectly. Number 98 makes the sack.
So I actually don't think he's going to go to Bama because of the name, image, likeness stuff, and Texas has a better shot at recruiting with their laws in Texas, and the packs and how much they can pay, and getting the Manning crew. So I would actually, Ole Miss maybe has a better shot just because of the legacy stuff going on there. Georgia, I think, is probably in the mix, but I would expect Texas A&M or some of those other Texas teams to have a shot at him too.
1st and goal after that really nice 3rd and long run for Michael Carter, and Wilson kind of spins it in the pocket and then throws it out of bounds. 2nd and goal now. They'll spread him out. Wilson back to pass, throws it quickly to the right side. Oh, almost picked off and then almost caught as the linebacker Trevis Gibson jumped the route, and neither he or the receiver could pick it up.
Yeah, just deflected it enough.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Michael Carter. And will they go for 2 right now? They will. will. Here we go. Chance to go for two. Heavy formation. Turn around. Give it again up the middle. It's Carter, and he'll go down. Don't really like that call in that position from that formation, but I didn't call the play. 21-19.
Yeah, they didn't.
Bears get some momentum back from that stop, too.
They did, but they did not, and the Jets did not get the push up front on that play that they were looking for. The play call itself was okay, but you got to have push up front if you're going to come in with those heavy formations, which you're expecting to do. But unable to get that push, and as a result, running back gets tackled before breaking the plane.
Yeah, it's a whole that's a big yard. The difference between the 1 yard line and the 2 yard line, where extra or 2-point conversions come from, it's a big deal if you're going to try to run on a 4th and 2, essentially.
Isn't that the 3? I thought it was the 3 yard line that they have to do the 2-point conversions.
I thought it was the 2. Maybe it is the 3.
Three.
Even more.
Yeah, but you're right. That is a huge, especially those distances, running the ball. That tight of space, as compact as the defense is going to be. Those yards are hard come by, and you're going to try to push it right up the middle. You're going to struggle with that. It's not so simple as just line up your quarterback and QB sneak it kind of thing.
Fields right side, caught for a first down by Pettis, even though Sauce Gardner was wearing him like a communion suit.
Love that phrase.
I have no idea where it came from.
I don't know, but
came from the ether somewhere.
It's now an indelible part of the channel.
Sure.
It's part of
the
lore.
Only use it when it was really appropriate, and
That's
he
right.
was all over him.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's part of the lore now. It's very much established. It's a thing.
2nd and 5 here for Fields. Another decent drive here for him. 3-step drop. Now he'll step up. Now he'll fire left side. He's got Mooney. Kind of threw it behind him to keep him from getting drilled. That's Jamie and Sherwood, the middle linebacker safety hybrid. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Nursing this 2-point lead, under 9 to play. Now he'll roll right. Now he'll go back to the left, and just kidding, he'll throw it over the middle to an open Dante Pettis, who's got a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Quick throw to the right side. He's got an open David Montgomery, and he gives him a chance to turn up the field. He'll pick up a nice gain to the 20 and a first down. Bears. High snap. They give it up the middle again, and he angles to the left side for some reason. The hole was right up the middle there, David. What are you doing?
So it does look that
gain.
It does appear that you're correct. I was mistaken. I think that it is the 2 yard line, not the 3.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, there's the thick line in the middle. Throw it to the right side to Komet, 3rd and 6. Now Komet's 3rd catch after having 2 in the first drive. Haven't gone back to him. Of course, he had that big one that got called back for holding. Justin Fields. He'll move to the right side now. He'll fire to the end zone. Picked off! Jumps in front of Pettis, and that's the rookie, Sauce Gardner, with an interception.
Yeah, making his presence
felt.
Literally saying the same thing, but absolutely big time presence on this defense here. Just gets his head around at the right moment, sees the ball, and comes down with it. That's a big interception because 6 minutes here. You have the opportunity to run out the clock and either kick a field goal or score a touchdown to win.
Yep, that was a huge turnover. 2nd of the day for the Bears. And that was Sauce Gardner's 2nd career interception here in this one. And a chance to set up his team with a chance to come back and take the lead. Here's Carter up the middle, and he'll get ripped down to the ground immediately by Quinn. Mario Edwards also in the vicinity as well.
Mason, that's actually not what we're talking about. We're not talking about scheme here or the system at hand for where the quarterback plays. Sometimes that can be a factor, especially when a coach is inflexible and you will run my scheme no matter what your talents are. That can be detrimental to a quarterback, but more so we're talking about what's going on with Justin Fields, where he is surrounded by comparably subpar NFL players. His line is
Correct.
Terrible. That roster around him is terrible. He's in a situation where he is going to have to really. I'm very much worried he's going to be ruined. He's a great quarterback. He has all the talent in the world. Has a very, very high ceiling, but he could absolutely be ruined, and that could come in the form of injuries. That could come in the form of the mental game in terms of just how much, because he's going to struggle as a result of how bad his team is around him, his receivers, his lines, all of that is going to be a factor, and so that can be it can absolutely destroy a quarterback's confidence, a lot of things, and all of that goes into the play later on in their career. So we saw the up and down struggle with Baker when Baker came in. I'm not trying to compare one for one Fields to Baker, but I think that Baker struggled a lot because of all the inconsistencies with the Browns and all the different offensive coordinators, all the different head coaches, all of that, and that stuff is hard. And he did not come into the best roster. Now, he did work really hard and managed to turn a lot of things around with culture and amongst other folks that were there, Jarvis Landry being a big part of that too. But no, I think quarterbacks can very much be broken by being put in bad situations. Not so much about the scheme, although that can be a factor also.
Jets with a nice drive here. They're going to dump it off short. Brees Hall's out of bounds at the 19. Going to set up a field goal to take the lead. Greg the Leg into the game. Definitely all connected for sure. If you had Patrick Mahomes on this Bears roster, are they better? Sure, probably a little bit.
Yeah,
but if you had Justin Fields on,
49ers.
Tampa Bay,
I would have loved to see him go to the 49ers. They are a much better position to have Justin Fields come into that situation and do far better. And they had the opportunity to take him, and they didn't. But instead they had Trey Lance.
Not take him.
Yeah, they ended up with Trey Lance, which I think they're starting to regret. But we'll see how that actually pans out. But no, there's also a difference, Mason, in what those teams did. I'm not saying quarterbacks can't be transformative in their own right with a culture and a team. They can be. But it's also very difficult when the roster is so bad, especially when an organization doesn't go out thinking they've got their guy, now let's build around this guy and really get them the weapons, get him the line, get them all the pieces and parts that you need to be a championship roster. And that's exactly what the Bears are not doing. This was their opportunity to start doing that. And I don't even know what they're doing. It's wild, the what seems like just horrible incompetence there going on in Chicago.
Fields here on a 3rd and long. He's going to fire on the run, deep over the middle of the field, single coverage, jump ball, and knocked away by Bryce Hall as opposed to Brees Hall. Now on a 4th and 17, and they're going to have to go for it. This is the game. Fields back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, fires left side, caught by Byron Pringle. Wow.
That was awesome.
On a 4th and 13, go. Back to pass again, Fields dumps it over the middle. Caught by his running back out of the backfield up to the 47-yard line. Fields fires over the middle again, caught by Montgomery, and he takes a big shot and the ball's out and it's picked up by the Jets. And the 3rd turnover for the Bears, the 2nd one that looked like that too.
That's right.
Where a ball carrier is hit hard and the ball pops out. He got hit from about 3 different directions.
Especially
watch C.J. Mosley hit him here. That ball comes out and it's out clean, and that's going to do it.
Especially after what was shaping up to be a productive drive and possibly points to win. That they did that on their very first drive of the game, and they just did it on the crucial 2-minute drive at the end of the game that would have been the difference in this one. And instead, they're going to have to, hope their defense has a chance, but there's not a lot of clock left, and if you don't get a stop right now, it's not happening.
Yep, indeedy. Zonovan Knight into the game. He's the power back. They give it to him. He bullies his way across the 40 near the 1st down. Bears call their 2nd timeout. But this is it. 3rd and 1. If you get a stop, you're going to get the football back. If not, Quaytons. Wilson, stretch it left side. Carter, a 1st down, ball game.
That's it.
Gibson brings him down, and that is going to do it. They're going to bring out the victory formation. So the Jets coming into Chicago, they will go to 2 2-3 on the young season. The Bears will fall to 2-3 on the young season. Appreciate everybody being on. This was a fun one. Again, the NFC Game of the Week is voted on by you. That does mean that Week 5 is over, so Kit and I will be bringing Week 6 Browns action to you. And that's the Miami Dolphins, so another chance to see Tua, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, and all of those other really fast players that their quarterback doesn't have a strong enough arm to throw that to.
You know, I think this one had a little bit of shades of that Steelers game where the Bears, you know, had every opportunity, probably should have won this game. They had some productive drives, especially early and that late one we just saw, but, you know, really, you know, ruinous fumbles to make them come short and give the Jets the opportunity to do just enough to win, which is what they do.
It is what they do here. So we slide through these statistics for you. Again, appreciate everybody being on. This was a fun one to call. Thank you for voting on it. Again, if you'd like to vote on future games other than Browns games that Kit and I sim, you can do that via the Discord channel. There is a link in the description of this and any of our videos where you can find that information and be in a position to vote on future games. So that is going to do it for this one. 22-21, the New York Football Jets are victorious. And again, that does officially end week number 5. So, yeah. Thanks for being on. We really appreciate it. If you haven't yet subbed the channel, we'd love to have that. And if you'd like the video, we'd like to have that as well. We really appreciate you guys. You're the best. For Kit on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Have a super duper day. And as always, today, who won? Sorry, Jets won. Today we'll say go Jets. And as always, go
Browns!